All right, today's little tutorial mini lesson is about how to write an objective summary. When you read a nonfiction or informational text, oftentimes you'll be asked to write a summary of it. And so this process is a really easy way to write an effective summary. Objective, all that means is that you do not insert your personal opinions. We don't need to know what you think about this topic or this article for an objective summary. You're just reporting the facts, okay, like a newspaper reporter. They're typically about 4 sentences long, and they start with a topic sentence and then 3 detail sentences that come from the article, evidence from the article to support your topic sentence. The topic sentence has 3 parts to it. It's name it, verb it, and then write the central idea. The name it, all that means is you write the title of the article. Verb it means you pick one verb that best describes what this article is doing. Is the article just explaining something? Is it telling something, comparing something, describing? Maybe it's arguing something, like a pro and con kind of thing. You have to pick a verb in the present tense that you think works best for the article that you're summarizing. And then the third part is to write the central idea. Now remember, the central idea is just what the author is saying about the main topic, okay? And I'm going to walk you through this process so you can see how it all works together. After you write the topic sentence, then you go into the text and you find some details, some supporting details, those key details that you practiced writing in your Cornell notes to support your topic sentence of your summary. That's how it works. Let me show you how it works for the article that we're studying this week. So the article for this week is titled The World's Fastest Eater. So that's my name it. I put that in the chart for the name it. It's just the name of the article. The verb I chose was describes. So this article mainly describes, and the central idea, I say it describes the sport of competitive eating. And that's my topic sentence for my summary. The world's fastest eaters describes the sport of competitive eating. And then what I did is I went back into my Cornell notes and I pulled out a few of those key details, and I picked, there are many famous competitors, including Joey Chestnut, that's a key detail. Speed eating changed from simple pie eating contest to Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And I also included speed eating can be dangerous and cause health problems. So those are 3 key details from the article that support my topic sentence. And when you put it all together in a little paragraph, it looks like this. The world's fastest eaters describes the sport of competitive eating. Remember, that came right out of my little chart. I just put it into a sentence. And then the white sentences are just those key details I included. There are many famous competitors, including Joey Chestnut. Speed eating changed from simple pie eating contest to Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And speed eating can be dangerous and cause health problems. And that is what you call an objective summary. It's just a summary of the important facts with a topic sentence that do not include my personal opinions. Okay? So you have your own piece of paper. You should have that next to you. It looks like this, where we're going to practice with 2 new texts. And I'm going to do the first one with you. So I want you to follow along with me, and you write on the paper as I'm typing on this document. And then you're going to try one on your own. So we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to read the article. We're going to come up with our central idea. And then we are going to, I'll scroll down so we can see this together. And then we're going to write the topic sentence. We're going to name it, verb it, and then put in the central idea. And then we're going to write the objective summary by adding 2 to 3 details from the article. Okay? So this article is titled Poor Pluto. Now, when I was your age, Pluto was a planet, and when we were in school, we memorized the 9 planets in our solar system. But several years ago, scientists said that Pluto is really not one of the not one of the planets in our solar system, and it's considered a dwarf planet. Dwarf meaning very, very small. So it's not really technically one of the 9 planets anymore. And there was a lot of controversy about it. I remember when I heard that, I was very upset. I was like, no, I've always learned that Pluto is a planet, but things have changed. So that's what this article is about. It's bad enough to be the runt of the group, to be told after 75 years that you're not even a member of the club. What an insult. Pluto was first discovered in 1930. Until 2006, students were taught that it was the ninth and smallest planet in the solar system. Smaller than Earth's moon, it is not even as wide as the United States. Pluto is made up almost entirely of rock and ice. It is so far away from Earth that NASA New Horizons spacecraft took almost 10 years to get very close to it. Pluto's full orbit around the sun lasts almost 250 Earth years. But as small as it is, as cold as it is, as far from the sun as it is, for all those years, it was considered the ninth planet of the solar system. Scientists made new rules for what is counted as a planet and decided that Pluto did not qualify. A new category was created, dwarf planet. The official list of planets in the solar system went from 9 to 8, and Pluto became a member of the Dwarf Planet Club. So long for planet Pluto, but at least it no longer has to be the littlest guy in the club. In fact, Pluto is one of the bigger dwarf planets. Maybe Pluto doesn't have it so bad after all. All right, so we're going to go to the first chart, and this is where we're going to decide what the central idea is. So when you're determining the central idea, the first thing you think about is the topic, and the topic of this article is Pluto. So you can write that in your chart. And to figure out the central idea, you ask yourself, well, what is the author saying about Pluto? Well, the author is saying that Pluto is no longer a planet. Okay. Pluto is no longer a planet. And then we move down to, so it's time to write our objective summary, and we have to have a topic sentence, and that's what the second chart helps us with. We name the article, we choose a verb, and then we include the central idea that we just came up with. So the name of this article is, I have to go back up, it's called Poor Pluto. Put quotes around it because it's the name of an article. Poor Pluto. And we have to pick a verb. If you look on my anchor chart on the whiteboard, there's a list of 9 verbs. I'm just going to say explains for this one. I think this article is mainly explaining why Pluto, capital P, is no longer a planet. So that's the topic sentence of the objective summary. And then the final part says, write the objective summary. Begin with the topic sentence above, and then add 2 to 3 supporting details from the article. So since I'm typing, I'm going to take the lines off. You are going to be writing on the lines. So we're just going to take what we put in the second chart. That's our topic sentence. We already have it written. So we put poor Pluto, that's the name of the article, explains why Pluto is no longer a planet. There's our topic sentence. Now we need to go back into the article and we want to find 3 details that support that topic sentence. And the first thing that I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for in the first paragraph. I would say that it was a planet for 75 years. Sorry, somebody came in my room and interrupted me, so I sounded funny for a second. So I would say Pluto was considered a planet for 75 years. And then I will go back up and let's see what's another important detail. Then I would probably say scientists made new rules for what was considered a planet. This is what kind of creates the change here. Scientists made up new rules for what is considered a planet. And then one more detail, and if you need to add more, that's certainly fine. The summaries shouldn't be too long. They should be about 4, maybe 5 sentences. You don't want to rewrite the whole article. So let's find one more that kind of rounds out our little summary. So I would say, because it's so small, the dwarf planet, up here it says because it's so small, and in, yeah, because it's because it's so small, and that's why it's called a dwarf planet. It became a dwarf planet because it is so small. There. Now let's take a look at and I'm going to bold this so you can see it a little bit better so that you can write it on your paper. Poor Pluto explains why Pluto is no longer a planet. Topic sentence. Here come the details. Pluto was considered a planet for 75 years. Scientists made up new rules for what is considered a planet. It became a dwarf planet because it is so small. And that's a good objective summary of this little article. I didn't put any opinions in. I've got a topic sentence. I've included the central idea and 3 supporting details. Now, what you get to do is you get to do this again on the back of your paper with a different article. It's called Protect Yourself. And this article is about how people will steal other people's identity, and they will use their identity to buy things and spend money and create credit cards and all sorts of illegal activity. So you read this article, and I want you to do the same thing that I did. I want you to decide the topic and the central idea first. Then I want you to do your topic sentence organizer, name it, verb it, and then put in that central idea. And then you're going to start your objective summary with that topic sentence. And then you're going to find 3 details from the article that support the topic sentence for your objective summary. And when you're done with this, I want you to raise your hand and so that I can come by and take a look at your objective summary for the second article.